Finally, I want to talk about the post-webinar marketing process. This is kind of the most exciting part, is how you can reutilize this. So you do one webinar and you can just use it forever. And that's what I want to share. So basically, it has an email follow-up function on Calendly, and it'll send them an email afterwards. Okay. You can put it in a newsletter. So don't mind my face here, but we do a monthly webinar video newsletter. So I do this. Here you can see I use Prezi. Sometimes I use Zoom. But basically, instant replay of all about Achilles tendonitis, and I'll put a little link underneath it. And so they get the little, I do a little 3-minute video, and then I put some links underneath there, and they can rewatch that replay. If you click here, it actually goes to, this is my newsletter, and then underneath the newsletter, I'm going to put a little link to the replay, and it'll go right here to this replay, which is a 60-minute video where we're talking about all about Achilles tendonitis and the different doctors talking about it. So if you want to look at that, I'll include a link to that webinar. So that's the full webinar. Yeah, had 175 views. Okay. So let's keep going here. That's the newsletter. I put it on the YouTube. I just showed you that. And then you can cut it. So this I paid someone at Fiverr to do because I didn't have the patience to do it. And I think I paid them 10 or 20 bucks, and they divided it based on questions. So all about bunions, what causes a bunion, shoe choices, bunion surgery, recovery, what about cortisone injections, and then some of the questions. And that was really a neat thing because people are willing to watch a 6-minute video and not so much a 50-minute video. And then those little sections you can also send to social media, meaning just posting those out as well. Video editing, this is the person that I used, and I'll include a link to this gentleman, but I don't know, he's done it 49 times. He cuts videos up, got 5-star ratings. So he seemed to do a good job when I've had him do things. You have to just be clear what you want them to do. So what I do a lot of times is I'll give them the questions and where I want them to cut. Place it on the website. So afterwards, let's say currently I'm going to be doing this on flat feet. And then I'm gonna actually put that on the section on our website. So let me show you. There's 2 places I will put it afterwards. So on our website, on Central Mass Podiatry, first of all, we're gonna do one on flat feet. So here is our flat feet one that we're gonna do. This is advertising it, okay? But once we finish, it's gonna go right here. So for example, bunions and hammer toes. Here's what's the difference. Hey, look at that. There is the webinar that we did on bunions. And so if you click play, it's a 49-minute webinar. We talk about shoe choices. We talk about bunion surgery. We talk about how to stay off your foot after surgery. And then we answer different questions. And here's our little faces up top here. So that's kind of how that works afterwards. Okay. And then you do that on that section. And then you can place the slides. This is kind of a neat function I wanted to show you. So you hit file, and you can't see it. This might go away in a second, but it says publish to the web. This is cool. Okay. So what you do is, let me just show you here. I can actually do it. So all about flat feet, file, publish to the web. So what this does is when you publish it to the web, you hit click, and yes, I want to publish this section. So this is going to be my flat foot lecture. The neat thing is you can take this link, okay, and patients can't download it. So what it's going to look like is this, and you can see slide 1, all the slides here, slide 2. But they can't download them. So that's kind of a neat thing that you can do within Google Slides, is how to do that so they can't have access to it. And then finally, I put this on Patient Education Genius. So what this is a resource that I use to share my patient education information. This is my favorite thing. I have a lot of favorite things, but what it is, all the diagnosis is on the left side. This is all about Achilles tendonitis. It's a webinar, and I can send that to them with Patient Education Genius. For those of you that are curious, I'll show you how to do that. And this actually links to my medical record, but I'm just going to sign in this way to make it easier for you to see. And it has a couple of cool things. Patienteducationgenius.com is like kind of like their website. And I want to show you. Once I log in here, usually what happens is when I log in for my medical record, it actually pulls in the patient's email and phone number. So I can either email them the information or text message them. So for example, I've talked about, here's my healthy living videos. Here's a doctor I refer to. Here's something on Qi running. But basically, if you go down to Achilles tendonitis, that section, it'll pull it up and I can choose certain patient information. So all about Achilles tendonitis. Here's a little patient handout. Here's some information on shockwave. I hit send and I can either put their email or a phone number in there and it'll send it to them. But the cool thing is it's going to ask them for, give them the information. It's going to remind them, but it's also going to ask them for an online review afterwards. That's kind of cool. Okay. So that Patient Education Genius is great for that. Then you can also send it out to shoe stores and PCPs. This is an example. I just sent it. Hey, I sent out the invitation to 10,000 people yesterday. Looks like none of them clicked to sign up. So that's the sign up, but I also send them the actual link afterwards. This is my friend that is a physical therapist. Okay, so that's going over this whole process. Happy creating. What you're going to find here is all the links to these people that I referred to at Fiverr, these different other things that you can incorporate. If you feel like you still need more help, let me know. We could, I'd like you to maybe book a kind of a strategy call and I can see how I can help you. Or if you need more hands-on help, we can get that as well for you. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys.